Hello, YouTube. This is Poketch, and this is kind of like an emergency meeting.
Press a big red button.
Yeah, because about Nintendo's online service on like everything 3DS, Wii U, and Switch. For 3DS and Wii U, credit cards are no longer accepted. You have to buy things using the
Eshop
eShop cards, the ones you get at GameStop or whatever, any store.
that sells gift cards and such
Yeah,
that will sell, currency for buying digital games.
exactly. It's gonna get harder and harder to get these 3DS and Wii U games. That's why some people are collecting Wii U games and 3DS games because they're probably gonna be worth more in the future. Um, that be also being said, the Nintendo Switch is still updating its NES, SNES, and 64. For example, we recently got Kirby. We recently got Kirby and the Crystal Shards for N64, and we recently got some new NES and SNES games.
That is correct.
The NES one I know being was it Pinball, like the OG NES Pinball, and then some like beat 'em up game and some other some like more of the obscure stuff that they usually tend to add. Um, I still think they need to add more on every category because this means virtual consoles are gonna cease to exist. Um, so we're gonna have like they gotta pump up those numbers for these games. Like they gotta have more and more games added each month for like NES, SNES, N64. Um, what are your thoughts?
It's starting to feel, we watch a lot of lost media videos and such, that if they don't get with the program and start adding more games, I feel like some of these games are actually going to become lost media. Because I think, especially if you can't buy them, or if it gets to a point where you physically can't buy them from the virtual consoles, eShops, and things like that. Not the Switch ones, but like the
Yeah, the stuff on Virtual Console on 3DS and Wii.
exactly.
Yeah, it'd be harder and harder to buy. Um, I mean, I want to say it becomes lost content because you can still like emulate it, or you can still maybe get it off a
Maybe.
game store, yard sale, or like the
Yeah, but how
internet.
about the digital only games? They just become a bit harder to find and get, even with emulation.
Right. That's what I mean. Like
Hmm.
a lot of these virtual console games you could emulate them already. You could get them off secondhand somehow.
And then it also is gonna become to a point where even some of the physical games, yes, they're gonna shoot up in price. But how about the ones that they just didn't make that many of? Those
Yeah,
are gonna become like a bit
what
scarce.
really is going to become lost media is not virtual console like old games because they're always going to resurface somehow. It's these 3DS and Wii U games that are more obscure that don't
That's what I meant.
like yeah, that's the real lost content. That could really become lost content because those are get 3DS games are not easy to emulate. Wii U is like almost impossible. I don't think Wii U games could be emulated, but 3DS could. It's just a lot harder because it requires more power. It's not like DS that you could easily emulate.
This is what I was talking about.
Yeah, so um, there's some good news. There was a leak a while ago on the Nintendo Switch online emulation service for Game Boy Advance and Game Boy as well. So both Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, people have leaked it, and not only that, the basically using a modded Switch, or just on your PC, you could technically download the service and play these games. Some of the games that are in the emulated service, some of them being like Golden Sun, Kirby, Amazing Mirror, Mario Kart GBA, Superstar Saga, like Pokemon Pinball, uh, and not Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald,
But we
surprisingly,
we need that we need those Gen 3 games.
but there's still hope because there's the service called Pokemon Trading, which is basically like for Gen 3. It's like the Gen 3 games aren't in the leak, but the trading thing, like this is this because emulators, when they want to do trading, emulate trading with somebody else, it uses a separate program for it because you're like trading Pokemon from one computer to another when you emulate, or a phone. So you have to find a different way to connect, probably using the internet or whatever. Um, So this means that this service emulates trading on Gen 3 games, probably using online. Trading online Gen 3 games. That would be insane.
That would be unheard of.
Battling and trading through internet.
Because we didn't get
online until Gen 4.
Yeah, that's why Gen 4 was a big deal.
So that will be crazy. Like playing Pokemon Emerald and trading with your friends, or playing Fire Red and Leaf Green, trading with your friends on the internet. Or what's even crazier, if you unlock the Fire Red Leaf Green post game, National Dex stuff, you could trade from Leaf Green, Fire Red to Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire between each other. That would be crazy, because like Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, like the splits, the Kanto Hoenn split, have different art styles. So every single Pokemon has a different art style in Hoenn compared to Kanto, even though they're all GBA games. That would be so fascinating, seeing like all these like internet, these people that find different content, like these, the Twitter, that weird Twitter space that like categorizes every little Pokemon content. That's gonna be fascinating. So there's a huge potential for Nintendo Switch Online, the expansion, is because not just for emulation, but for what they also have is DLC. You get free DLC for upcoming games. Now we have Splatoon 2. What are DLC? They got Animal Crossing
and Mario Kart.
So, for free. If you have the $50 expansion pass, you get everything for free. So that free DLC for Live plus GBA and N64, that's it starts to add up. That $50 a year starts to add up. At first, it seemed like there was almost no value in it, and now it seems like we're gonna get like a bigger value. Throughout the year, we're probably gonna get much more games and stuff like that. So it's like right now this news is a tragedy, but also an opportunity for the future, for like Nintendo Online in general, preservation of retro games and stuff like that. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Closing thoughts, I would say.
That I really hope they stick to the guns with adding more things to the eShop and helping preserve these games so people could still keep on playing them, because people really love these games. And they would definitely get more sign-ups if the people will see these games on there.
That's
and
true.
They would think it was a better value, because when they first announced it, people were laughing, man. People were laughing at them.
Like $50 for what?
Like, nah.
All I'm getting is Animal Crossing DLC at the time. Only Animal Crossing DLC, and the couple of N64 games and Genesis. But
you know how
Genesis, you could get a lot of the main Genesis games on compilations already.
That's
almost
true.
All these Genesis games.
Sega does that a lot.
Yeah, all these major Genesis games just get pulled into one game or split into two. Like this Sega Genesis collection, or you could get the Genesis Mini, the mini one that has games already. Like that isn't much. Like no one cares. N64 is a bigger deal because there's no N64 Mini. It's hard to get N64 games, so that is a big deal. But if people feel like it's not enough, just not enough N64 games, it's such a slow pace. They only added a few games, and now they just added Kirby. That's crazy. No Pokemon. That's interesting. So
yeah, especially with the fact that Nintendo's currently reached a point with the Switch where every single of their AAAs has like a big game now that sold millions, and it's considered one of the best in the series, or the best in the series, which is really crazy to think about. So you will think that because of that they would add like, oh, people are really into this, maybe we should add the previous titles.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah, like for example, like, oh, you put Kirby now. Kirby in the Forgotten Land has been out for a minute and people really enjoy it. And here we go.
Here's Crystal Shards, a 3D Kirby game, another 3D Kirby game for you if you finished.
3D-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 3D platformer. I mean,
yeah.
It's an OG. It's an OG 3D platform. Yeah, it's good. 3D side scroller, I could say.
Yeah, it's not what what they did with Kirby in the Forgotten Land, which was a first for them. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, exactly. And the fact that I'm probably gonna end up playing Superstar Saga, although I play Superstar Saga so many times throughout different versions of it, like
and I seen you play.
exactly. Now I'm gonna play it again
Cause why not?
on the Switch,
See?
dude. That game has so much replayability; it's insane. Um,
It's pretty much what I was saying. People enjoy like getting new games and things like that, but people also really enjoy. Oh, sorry, I was saying that obviously people will enjoy playing new games, but they also enjoy the most is playing old titles that they feel nostalgic about.
or
They grew up
or
with.
Zoomers that didn't grow up with some of this stuff,
And they just
or
wanna try it.
yeah, they want to try games that they haven't tried it because they're so old, and that's good too.
Yeah, because unless you want to get like analog TV and get the retro console connected, nah, people are not gonna go through that effort.
Yeah, that's so much. So I think there's just a lot of hope for if they actually do push for more titles, and the DLC is gonna be DLC if they keep up with the free DLC model.
That's not a thing. That'd be awesome. It would be so awesome if they kept that.
Yeah, because look, Splatoon 2.
Because 3 is coming. But you know how awesome it would be if it came to be that when they want to release DLC, for example, if they release DLC for Arceus or they release DLC for Scarlet and Violet, for example, just give me an example.
Ends up being free for the expansion.
Exactly. How great would that be? Amazing.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause I'm tired of like picking and choosing what $25 I'm gonna spend for this and that. Like that shit breaks the bank eventually. Like, but if you're already paying $50 a year for everything, that seems better in the long run. So that's our takes. This meeting has adjourned. Is over. We gotta get back to our lives. Anyways, thanks for
get back to Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, watching Hunter x Hunter. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys, and have a good one.